No, and no, maybe headaches for some of you. That's going on, but and I'm feeling exhausted, feeling absolutely exhausted, even if you do get some sleep. Waking up feeling like you just haven't had any.
Did you want to mention the time jump?
I'm gonna go through.
Okay.
I'm trying to go through them in sort of in order.
Okay.
The next thing that we became aware of happening, or maybe not in this order, they might be slightly out of order, but was the supermarket.
We were in town to pick up some groceries, and we noticed, we both noticed, as we pulled out of the parking space and started to exit the parking lot, there was a fellow standing at a vehicle right beside Danny's door on the passenger side, staring at us like
Proper stare.
Yeah, he was fixed. His eyes moved as we moved, and I don't know that he looked away.
I don't think he even registered what he was doing. Yeah. It just didn't look completely right, to be honest.
Two other people behind that vehicle, and I don't know if they were staring as well. But this guy, big eyes, and he just followed the vehicle. And
even when we looked in the rearview mirror,
and probably the two of us,
he was staring right until we got around the corner.
Which is not really unusual until you get to. We carried on. We passed in front of the building, got to the end of the building, where we would have made a turn to pull back out onto the road.
Yeah.
There was a fellow standing out on the sidewalk at the very edge of the building, doing exactly
the same thing.
He
just
was
staring.
Fixed on us or the vehicle or it all together.
Pretty much.
And
fixed on us.
You said you turned around as we're just about hitting the road,
yeah.
and he was
still
watching,
staring, and there was.
We've ran over a couple possibilities, and I don't know that we've hit it, but we're trying
to figure it out. We're trying to.
There's a couple possibilities.
There's a couple of possibilities that are going on with that. There was a couple of people in the supermarket that stared at us as well. Did you say?
There was a couple people that were
not as intense as the other two.
And it's not that people don't smile at you, but there was a couple people. There was a woman in particular that was smiling too much.
Smiling too much.
She was overly happy
at a stranger.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. More than just a simple
hi, as you're going past.
How are you? You know, pleasant little smile. Yeah. It was kind of a little cheesy smile and a little bit. It stood out.
Yeah.
Basically. So that was
on the 6th.
Yeah.
So that was extremely strange, to say the least. It was both of us seeing it as well. Now we've come to the conclusion that as twin flames, doubling up the energy, because we're sharing the same space, is going to double up our energy that we're putting out into the world or out into the universe, shining our light. And subconsciously these people were picking up on that, and that's why they were staring at us.
That's one of the possibilities.
That's one of the possibilities, that we're just like, hey, we're shining our light and it's going out and we're sending this positivity into the world, which is true, which is what we're doing anyway. The other possibility could be that we were being watched by maybe the darker side of things a little bit, and they were just using these people's bodies just as the positive would, just to have a look, see what was going on. Because suddenly double the energy, God, they're not going to like that. They're not going to like it. Double the energy, going out at this is like, hey, stop it. So there's a couple of possibilities there. So it'd be nice to hear your possibilities as well with this. We've also, I'm going to save that because that is one hell of a...
Could almost do a whole video on
we
that.
could almost do a whole video on that particular one that we're coming to, but I'm going to leave it for a minute. We've had a lot of... We've been seeing on billboards everywhere, expect delays, which is exactly what I've had all week. and
even going back to next week last
week, yeah,
missing flights and
things going wrong,
like
and
flights getting delayed, and
yeah,
waiting for a hotel. The Bates
Psycho,
Motel
the
to
Bates
open
Motel,
up.
that was fun,
Yeah.
to say the least. Yeah, there's been all that, but I've had to wire some money home to England. Rob was helping me with that, or trying to, and he had a new card through that we were going to use, and an online to do online banking, and it's brand new. He needed to validate it to use it.
I only picked it up from the post office the end of last week, probably Thursday or Friday last week. So it's in the envelope. It's still
got the stickers on it. It's still.
But it was an option to try and get a couple bucks back to England, just to send it through the online process, and I needed to validate I needed to activate the card first. I pulled it out of the envelope, called the number, and the girl from the bank on the other end of the phone said, "No, I'm sorry, that card's canceled." So it's a brand new card that's never been activated, is already canceled.
Yeah, before it's even used. No reasoning for it either. No reason as to why it was cancelled.
Not sure how that works.
No, nothing.
No.
So we went down to the bank to try and sort it out. We needed certain codes that I needed to get hold of, so we couldn't do it then. Then we had to come back. Then we had to go back to the bank. Eventually, we've done it.
Which is a delay.
Which is another delay.
Delayed in moving the money.
Delayed in moving the money. Finally moved the money. It's gone from this end, but there could be delays in England for it to go through as well. So we've been seeing this on billboards everywhere. Expect delays, and again, it's almost like pre-cognizance again coming into it, or we are manifesting this. But it's like spirit is actually giving us the warnings and the messages, telling us something's going to happen before it actually happens, and then it is happening.
Telling us how it's going to go down.
This is how it's going to go down. This is how it's going to happen. Expect delays with things. That UPS van when I was at Palm Springs Airport, I stared at that for minutes as it stopped outside me, right where I was sat, grounded on it, and that's exactly what happened later on the day with the flights. Getting lost as well. When you picked me up from the airport, when Rob picked me up from the airport, couldn't find our way home. He couldn't find his way home. I don't know where he lives, but Rob should know where he lives.
Totally lost.
It was about 3:30 in the morning.
How many times did we have to stop?
We stopped 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Trying to get directions to get on a certain highway to get back.
Well, we did okay, but we were so far off the regular path.
We were so tired by that point, or I was. Yeah. It was
basically for a 2-hour ride to the airport. It took over 3 hours to get back.
Yeah.
In the dark.
In the dark.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
You were exhausted.
So we've had the delays. We've had people staring at us. We've had the credit card that was cancelled and all the delays with that. Everything we have opened our mouth and talked about to each other, whatever subject, whatever wording we have used, even whatever we're thinking, has played itself out within minutes, sometimes within seconds, on a film that we've watched later or on YouTube or whatever. Synchronicity wise, it's been absolutely ridiculous.
Been crazy, yeah.
And these have they've not even been, sometimes it's not even been random things, it's like I've said to him, hey, let's watch this film later. And then it's all come out in this film, but we've already had the conversation beforehand of exactly what comes out in the film or what's coming out on YouTube. It's just being repeated.
Comes up in the film what we were just talking about.
Just talking about.
So many times.
To the point where, as I said today, we're not putting the TV on, we're not putting the YouTube on, we're just literally I can't cope with this anymore. We need a break.
Yeah.
Just don't speak. Don't say anything. Don't think.
That's pretty much what today has been.
This is what
It's
today
been
has
real
been. Don't think.
low-key-
Don't speak. Don't. Let's just stay
low-key day, yeah.
completely low-key about everything, because it's got to such an intensity. I had the message this morning that came through my phone that I need to get a good night's sleep tonight. So, hey, looking forward to tomorrow. Looking forward to tomorrow, because we need a good night's sleep tonight. So God knows what's happening.
I can hide.
But we will be told. But the other thing is, you know, the way it's manifesting itself at the moment, it's like we're being pre-warned. I'm being told we need to get a good night's sleep tonight. Energies are gonna, something's gonna stay positive. So the pre-cognizance, the spirit coming in, telling you what you are going to be going through. If we're going through this, you are going to be going through it to some sort of degree, whatever degree that is. It's intensified, I think, because we're together and because I'm out here.
We think because the two of us are together that it's probably a little bit over the top.
It's way.
Than if you're alone.
Maybe if you were on your own, or I was at home and he was at, it wouldn't be as high. But there is some huge. We have felt huge downloads, huge shifts that are going on. Me feeling disorientated.
Yeah.
I meditated yesterday morning. Is it yesterday morning? I can't remember what day it is now. Yesterday morning, and my whole of my body was vibrating during meditation. And I also think I started to astral project with it, which is not like me. It was extremely deep. And then pretty much, how long did it go on for after I meditated? It was a good while afterwards. My whole body was still vibrating. I could still,
good part of the morning.
Could still feel the vibrations running through my body. That was making me feel quite disorientated as well. It was extremely spacey. It was just, I wasn't hearing 3D at all for a while.
Actually, you had to go back to bed.
I actually did try and go back to bed and lie down because I couldn't even stand up properly, which was pretty bad. So we're now at a stage where we are actually just completely being guided all the time and being told what's about to happen and how to deal with it and how it's going to go. If we have an idea of how things are going to go, then it can hopefully help us relax, but at the same time, because it's all coming through so strongly, it's a little bit disconcerting as well, but it's also a good sign. We went through
I think too, because it's so intense, and this is kind of new for both of us, that
we have it in short bursts.
Yeah, but your first reaction is to think, "Oh my God," when it may not necessarily. It hasn't amounted to be anything serious or anything.
No, it's random.
Yeah.
Stuff, but it's literally everything that's come out of our mouths about anything. I asked day before yesterday. I haven't asked for a while, so I did my, is my twin flame my twin flame? And wanted to see 3 dinosaurs. I thought I'll pick something that's really difficult. Yeah. Driving to the supermarket, we pass a
huge
50 foot bloody dinosaur on the side of the road.
Huge. Couldn't miss it.
Passed that one. Passed it on the way back, but I didn't count it. I tried not to count it. I was saying, well, no, we've seen it once, so we can't count that one. Then I saw a stuffed dinosaur in the toy shop. And then YouTube last night.
Yep.
Big picture of a dinosaur, Jurassic Park. So there was my three dinosaurs with that. So I was like, okay, fine, that's that. And I really did. I thought a dinosaur would be pretty hard to